Hmm. Um. Give me 1 second, chat. I need to do something before I forget. Oh gosh, where? Here, there. Complete freeze 1 row. Timestamps EST. PD.
Huh? Why?
All right.
What is that noise?
Share. Anyone with link. Rename. There. Timestamps are an E. This covers 12 p.m. through hmm. Transfer both Marshall and there, and let me okay. Um okay, that should be good. I think I covered that. Sorry, chat. And thank you for the 11 months. I appreciate it. We need incidents. Where is Ooh. Where's the situation from yesterday? Hold on. Nate. Right here. um, we should organize these into specific groups. Oh. You know what I think is funny about this? But the tank Jace Barter broke through and kept on him. That block is not very great. You can... The block is entrance to the pier right here. But all you need to do is... And it was really odd because we pathed this way and then went there. It was blocked by a garbage truck, but I didn't even try fighting it. I just went straight around. Very interesting block, I will say. As in, like, not used often, but again, wasn't very effective. Huh.
Why? What is that noise?
Oh. Oh no, what did I do? What is happening in this report? Oh gosh, it's Valentine's Day. What do we do? What do we do? Did I forget about it being Valentine's Day and a roleplay relationship? Yes, I did, unfortunately. Of note, all roads was pursuing. Find X80. I have to see. Hold on. Ugh. Okay. Why don't I see any of my photos from yesterday? What happened? Image history. Sick. I don't know where they are. It was Eugene Anwar's Amagio. No. Wait, yes? I would... Let me see the plates. I think the Amagio is the Turismo. um. Actually, wait. There's so many fucking photos. Interference, cat alerts. Yes. Hmm. Hold. Hmm. So it is a Maggio plate Q. Well, actually, let's just copy this. We got it wrong. um. RO. Hmm. uh. Then is 2Q7 a 9F? 10F.
What did you just do?
Oh, thank you for the tier 1. I hope you enjoy your elephant emotes. Plate. Was actually Valentino. Hmm. Uh. The. Hmm. Uh. Uh. Fuck. What about the? Wait, are all these involved? Bread container. Nate. Malachi. Why'd we get his DNA? Hmm. This is evidence. You can't convince me this isn't like a Nikki photo. Now, every time I hear this song, I can't unhear, like, not unhear, but like, not think of the meme, you know? Carter Banks. It's in KJ. Flatbed. His Ignis. License plate shooter. Um... Identified as... Of note, Eugene Anwar's Futo, if I recall correctly. Anwar. Whoops. I think it was a Futo. uh... uh... um... Tow truck. It wasn't even just the tow truck, now I think about it. It was, Oh, damn. Wait, I did get the plate right. Oh, wait, this is from our Air 1. Wait, is... Look, does Brandy tag all of her stuff as BBL? Oh, that is hilarious. That is actually so fucking hilarious. Team 4. Trash master interference. Wait, yes, we can confirm whose it is. FS. Gosh, 1 second. FS39B542. And plate. Damn, Carter Banks had 3 vehicles involved in this. Hey, what about the tow trucks? We didn't deal with tow trucks, so let's see who added the tow truck stuff. LP references who would that be? Only person with an L on the teams was Lucas. You know what? I have a better idea. Copy all this. Notepad++. I'm just going to type in tow when I search. I have so many text files open. Here, tow. Truck. It's only mentioned at the top. Who dealt with it, though? All right. Wait, it's already identified up here. Wait, this is what I needed. Wanted, rather. Puto Amagio tow truck as well. According to go hide while we finish this up. We should put a couch on that side. Chat, are there like standalone beanbag props? Now put. Let's see. Let me put some over here. What would it be labeled? Like, kind of seat or chair or...
What did you just do?
I know they exist. I don't know if they exist as, like, standalone props or if they're part of, like, a bigger thing. Because I'm pretty sure they're in Life Invader. Michelle, thank you for the 11 months. I appreciate it. Okay. A beanbag. Huh? Like,
Why? What is that noise?
wait, how come that didn't come up for me? Okay, question. Where did y'all find it? Is there just a large list somewhere that I can see? Okay, this is not what I was using, but will be what I use. Oh, that okay, I don't know about this one. How are you gonna say why are you on duty when you were quite literally responding to the fucking report? Um Wait, hold on. This one. Okay, you know what's weird? The props are. Oh wait, hold on, wait. Like this. Interesting though. There's a beanbag C and D. What happened to B? There is a B? I don't see it. I see. Oh wait, okay. I didn't look in that direction because it's not the style of beanbag I was looking for. My crash out corner. Oh, true. Okay, let's see the color difference between this one and so C is a different color. Not by much, unfortunately. That kind of bothers me. Will people notice, though? Probably not. Also, is this in line with the normal seating positions? Perfect. But, like, should we do an entire thing? I'm gonna have to adjust that one. Oh, gosh. I don't know how I should do this. Um... Um, you're not wrong. So I'm thinking, like, what if I were to line this whole thing with them? Hold on. I have to reference my DMs with capped to get the command to select the nearest item. Because I always forget it. Whoops. I'm apologizing in advance. I need to disable that. I apologize. Sorry. Please forgive me. Okay. Unless there's better, like... Are there any not so, like, I just don't want it to be normal chairs. Does that make sense? Search pillow.
What did you just do?
Pillow. Do 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 do. Oh wait, hold up. Okay, I'm kind of curious on the sizing of this. Again, just looking for the size. Obviously, this wouldn't work, but huh. Mm-hmm. Blue, thank you for the 57 months. I appreciate it. Also, I kind of want to make sure because I don't think clipping would matter considering I don't think there's anything on this side. Yeah, there isn't, so do I care? If things clip here? Probably not. I'm still scrolling through this list. Is this hospital seating? Wait, hold on. You guys have any suggestions? Let me know. Oh, fuck. It doesn't work. It should work, though. Wait. That's odd. Mm-hmm. Um... Is this the same couch as the other side? Is it? It is. Hold on. Okay, I can make more minor adjustments. Does this fit here? Honestly, wait. Not exactly opposed to two. Then you could have a larger group of people here. I mean, I'll adjust it more to the left so it's not clipping on the other side. Sound you heard was me, by the way. Don't panic. What does that prop look like? Wait, honestly? Not bad. Why does it look like a big speaker? But yes, like, this was kind of like this, like beanbag chairs and stuff were kind of the vibe I was talking about. I do think it would look odd here, unfortunately. But definitely the vibe. Oh, man. Really hate. Make sure it's lined up against the wall. Like, I can't really hold it in a specific position. Kind of sucks. That fit? Wait, isn't there one without the pillows? Maybe not. First order of business is making sure this lines up with the wall, which it does. Now, the actual, like, spacing. Oh god, I'm never going to be able to do this. I should have used the line right here, but I think it then clips. It's over the line. Let's hope these doors are lined up, because I'm pretty sure we made it line up with this, like, the wall thing. How far back do I have that? Like, there-ish? That is, like, not touching, but it's close. So I think the spacing would be... there? Question mark? Oh no. That is so far off. Okay, we'll line it up with... oh man. This is why I can't do furniture stuff. Why I can't do it. What happened? Is that better? Wait, that's actually, like, almost perfect? I need a rug. What color should the rug be, chat? In what shape? Oh, you know, searching for rug and I start getting drug, you know? Ah, yes, a red drug pack. There's a like a circle red rug. Prop. What is this gonna be? What is it? What is this gonna be? Prop. Oh, I can't. A teal rug. Mm, 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 mm. Nice and modern. I trust Ham. Oh, it's kind of odd though, because like it's almost like perfectly sized to fit in between. Okay, but which way do we do it? I'm bothered. I can't place it from on the couch. It's gonna be impossible. I don't think it can be perfectly straight. I don't know. How much is this clipping through that wall? I don't want it to clip through that wall at all. Is he a round rug? Yes. Also, let me look at what Mud posted. Oh, damn. It's actually quite a bit. Round one. Yeah. Whichever one that is, I cannot use. What is this? What about this one?
What did you just do?
Oh. Next round one. This one says FIB on it, but fuck it. We're just seeing if we can. Nope. Could go coffee table. I think coffee table would make this too narrow and difficult to fill in like to sit. I think. Let's find out. Aw. We cannot. Okay, this thing I'm trying to spawn, it says it's from like base game, so like I'm gonna pick another random thing. Uh Okay, nothing has worked. I need to find the one we were using earlier that Tam had posted. Make sure it's not like bugged. There. Yeah, no. What is this? Nope. I wonder if I have to specifically put like not put but like specific DLCs or something. Does this work? People's yelling at me. Oh, big though, like real big. Hmm. Hold on, I'm gonna look for this. Guys, if the if this works. No, damn it. Some of these work and some don't. It's sad. I attempted this one. Nope. What is this? Like multiple things. I think we just go back to this. Should I do it this way? Wait. Hold up. Is this... This isn't the one. I'm an idiot. I'm like... this doesn't fit the way the other one did. Here it is. Found it. Sorry. I think this is demonstrating one of the couches is a little wonky. And it's pointing towards the right one. I don't know how I feel about this, chat. Wait, what if I did two of them? What if I did... this? With another one. Look the other way. Oh, we can't have clipping like that. That'll ruin it. Also, hold on. Did I get the spacing right? What else can I add? Uh, plants. Let's see. Planters. But we need like a windowsill type situation. Wall art? I need suggestions. Listen, I'll put something up there. And you know what? To trigger the fuck out of people, I'll make sure it's just a little wonky. I'm evil. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't do it. Table under the window with a lamp. Okay, chat, I'm gonna go grab a drink. Post props in chat. 1 second. I'm back. Also, with a snack. Okay, I'm good. Can't use that. Can't use that. Who say fuck the window? Oh, that is hilarious. Nope. It's like too basic, bitch. Nope. Nope. It's a little too big. Hold on. How big are these? Oh, those are big, I think. I'm assuming these are big. So that's tall, mid, tall, mid, low. No, that looks too big. Um, what is it, Prolos? Are you talking about like the literal basement? It's actually good. Imagine. That is our new home. Chat, are there no objects for like that would fit along here, like a little like windowsill planter thingy? The ones that I see are like huge, I think. Hold on, let's see. Huh, not bad. Nope. Unfortunate. Hold on. Hey Ruth.
How you doing, Rhodes?
I'm doing good. I'm just trying to decorate Mission Row.
Oh, that's a task.
Yeah, do you know how we have that couch on the second floor?
Yeah.
I'm trying to do something on like the opposing side of the hallway. I have two more of those couches, but they're facing each other, so far more people
can sit and have a face-to-face
Yeah, and I
conversation.
added a few little rugs, but it's still looking basic, bitch, and it's bothering me. Anyways, what's up?
Are you a decorator? Like,
Oh, no,
are
not
you
at
good at decorating?
no.
I was gonna say, when you hire somebody who knows how to put things, I wouldn't know how to decorate.
Well, it's
a couch.
See, agreed.
Don't you have a cop? Ajin is a decorator. I was always told he was
when was the last time you saw him?
It's been a while. It has been a while. But yeah, I was told he pretty much, that's all he does is just decorate offices. He was just given, a rank to feel special.
And even then, it's questionable. He didn't do mine when I was the ass chief.
Oh, that is, yeah. He is slacking a bit.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying my best.
Okay.
What's up?
There is the announcement in the MDT. I was just hoping you'd be able to like support that we're requesting weapons to be put in for a situation that occurred in the cells. I assume you know all about it.
No. What happened?
So there was a situation, somehow, I don't fully know all of it. I just know officers are trying to get... I'm getting pulled over, and I'm just going to tell them they can pull me over, but I'm staying on the phone. They're trying to get officers... It's what? To put in their weapons into the locker, because there was unregistered firearms, and they're just trying to figure it out. And McQuillan was killed in the crossfire of officers in MRP.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, reviews, somehow Fuchsia got her gun. There was crossfire that led to McQuillan getting killed. So they're trying to just track down all the officers that were involved in that shoot to try to make sure they put all the weapons in the locker, the most recent announcement.
Got it, okay. But when you say put it into the locker for the purpose of like just getting the locals to document the stuff and then they can take it out,
No, to
is that
keep
the
it
ask?
in there as they like fully investigate. Like just so everybody's is in there. It isn't like, hey, sorry, what? I'm trying to talk to Rhodes. Apparently, I can't have this conversation, Rhodes. I'm being pulled over.
I mean, legally you can. They can continue, but just call me back.
Okay.
All right, bye. Irish Permud? No! We called it! We said it comes in threes! Oh, that's so bad. We called it, chat. We called it in character. First it was Bill. Then it was the person who did the tarot card reading. And we were speaking with Opal and maybe someone else and said, do you guys believe bad things happen in threes? We said, yep. Fuck! Also, why are people's guns not documented? Well, what is this? Nah, this is gonna be viewed as fucking McQuillan having been shot. No, we can't do that. Nope, can't use that one. Oh my gosh. Hello.
How you doing?
Uh,
Sorry, just got my ticket.
So is there like a large number of them that can't be identified, or?
I think there was like 2 or 3. I can't fully remember.
Okay.
So I think they just want all guns in there so they can kind of use it in case whatever comes of it, because it also might be necessary in the court case. They are pushing for future Hendricks to get murder of a government employee.
Okay. So I don't know the context of what the hell happened. But
I just put out an announcement of Betty's dead because one wasn't put out.
did you say Betty's dead?
No, But he's dead.
Oh. Oh my god. I thought you said Betty's dead. Ruth?
No, not Betty.
Ruth, this is... Do you believe that bad things happen in threes?
I don't believe in any superstitions. Why?
Okay, well let me just throw this out there. Bill Mays dead. Some may not deem that bad. I do. Then me, Maxwell, Aaron, and a few others, we got our tarot cards read the other day. Okay? Last Friday. So just a little over a week ago. Apparently, a day later, tarot card reader dead. And then in our conversation, when I was speaking with Opal, I said, "Do you think bad things happen in threes?" She's like, "Yep." Now this.
So what's the third one?
McQuillan.
Oh, okay. Your tarot card being read was the second?
The tarot card reader. The reader,
Oh,
the person who read our cards, and we all sat there and we're like, we're going to get our cards read on every Friday. They're dead.
What was their name?
Hold on. Okay. This is going to sound really bad of me. I don't know, because this was Friday during shift 2. Not my normal shift.
Oh.
So like,
You know, Rhodes, what if there's only 2, and what if there's another one to come?
I'm gonna have to get my tarot cards read again. My last reading was actually okay, Ruth. I got the major card of justice.
What's that card mean?
Well, it could be a double-edged sword. It's kind of like, I don't know. The vibe I got from it was just karma. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well, I actually wrote this stuff down. One moment. Yeah, I got okay. So the way they said it was it's equality and karma, having to hold people accountable for their actions, and doing what needs to be done in a balanced and equal state.
Oh, and then you hired Carmine back? Maybe McQuillan dying's your fault.
Ruth. I also got the Ace of Swords, which is cutting through the BS and being assertive and having clear communication. And then, actually, my past was it was the 3 of something, which meant that I surrounded myself with good company that got my back and have my trust. And there may seem like there's some discourse and some truth that end up getting revealed. And then the next one was the Ace of Swords, which is cutting through the BS and being assertive and clear communication. And then the potential, which is kind of like future, was the major card of justice. Anyways, yes, I will let people know that if they were involved. Is there a list of people who were around?
It's in the report who was involved in the initial report. I just linked it to that announcement that was there.
Oh, okay.
I linked it to that. So people could go back and like recognize if they were there, but it's not like people are being, witch hunted. It's literally, chain of evidence for a court case. That's
absolutely.
People seem to think the worst and think it's some sort of martial witch hunt. Which I think based on what I read, a lot of things should have been done differently on that scene, but...
Wait, so did we open fire first?
No, so somehow it seems like Alana got her gun taken by Future. I'm not sure how, while in the cells.
Okay.
And then he shot Alana, so everybody in the cells opened fire, even though there were other people behind them, in front of them. And McQuillan got shot in the back of the head by a BCSO PPO.
Oh.
And then, like, you know, the additional thing is then people were found. People aren't registering their weapons, which I can tell you is a common issue that probably should be corrected. I mean, Carmine and the Osvaldo one didn't have his weapons registered. There was a marshal that didn't. Will be getting a week suspension.
You know what's weird, Ruth?
What's up?
Whenever someone is hired, immediately the first thing that's done is their weapon registry. And obviously, you know, those didn't exist originally, but they eventually did.
I remember putting that in the SOPs when we created them.
And not just that, but in the event where your shit's stolen, all of that is outlined in SOPs as to exactly what you need to do. Like, if
people didn't. Alana's, you can see right after this incident, hers was just created. Like, she didn't even have a weapon registry created until after.
Really?
Unless she created another one. I didn't dig deep.
No, there's no way. There's no way, because when she was onboarded, she had to have had one. I refuse to believe she didn't. We don't hold on. There's no way. I refuse to believe that.
Bubba J created it just after.
There's no, what the fuck? How? Please tell me this is just, it's not under that category.
It could have been, you could look before, because we didn't even always have the weapon registry category. Like when I came back,
I think she was hired after that.
Oh, okay.
Evidence, Alana.
She got 2 DAPs for it. I saw in a report.
I don't know. If you look at my weapon registry, I'm so paranoid regarding all of that. And what I do is I shoot my firearm at Mission Row. I get the casings and I put all of that for everything that's been registered to me. Everything is timestamped. That way, obviously, you're going to get casings, right?
Yeah.
But having the gun doesn't exactly, like it.
Yeah, nobody does that. I was told when I came back there was no point in doing that. So it's communicated that you shouldn't do that. You just need to, throw it in the locker. I think maybe just re-educating people on how the procedure should be, I think might be the way to go. Because it happens very frequently where weapons aren't registered.
Yeah. That shouldn't happen, and I'll work to ensure that hopefully this shit doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
But do we at minimum know exactly who shot McQuillan, so it's not a matter of like that weapon being flying under the radar? Okay.
I believe it's fully known. I think somebody said a BCSO. The streets are also telling me it's a BCSO. They knew that before I did. Officer, I assume maybe somebody mentioned it in the cells in front of the suspects. But Future is being charged with it, as he was the one who started the whole situation.
You know what's interesting, Ruth?
What's up?
Historically in the past, there always used to be felony murder. There hasn't been in a long time. So I'm curious to know how that's going to go.
So the thing is, I had my thing because if Future's gun wasn't the one who killed him, but this is how Pred got Bazin when that Rockwell idiot jumped off a fucking water tower. Intentional act that leads to the death. They don't even have to be the ones responsible. Murder of a government employee
you're right.
Intentional act that leads to the death.
Yeah, you're correct. It's interesting how, am I crazy? Are any of the other murder things written that way?
No, I think it's just murder of a government employee.
Oh my gosh.
Which is a terrible. I mean, we talked about this during the Bazin one, that you could charge any officer with murder of another officer if somebody died, because we talked about it during the Jimbo situation. Like whoever called for them to go into Babylon. They intentionally did something that led to the death of Jimbo.
Yeah. I mean, based on the letter of the law, definitely.
Yeah.
Spirit of the law, not. But yeah, I 1000%
I'm
get what
hoping
you're
that
saying.
regardless of whatever comes, maybe they'll change the wording of that, because I do think that's one that could take a second look, because I don't like the wording of that.
Yes. Is Futures? So is he held?
Yes, he's on a hold. Bail is already up on the docket.
Got it. Okay. I am putting this on my to-do list now. And I will let people know.
Appreciate that. I
No
just
problem.
don't want people to think it's like some sort of witch hunt, like they usually, their first go to.
No, I totally understand. I'll let them know to ensure that their weapons are in the locker. Just to clarify, the names of everyone in that report are the ones that are needed, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. And then aside from
There
that,
could be
making
follow-ups,
sure
but as of
weapon
right now,
register. Okay, perfect. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate you, Ruth.
All right.
Have a
Take care,
good one. Bye.
Bye.
Fuck you, Irish. Fuck you, Irish. You want to know the crazy thing, chat? We were in the chief's office when all the shooting happened, speaking with Ruby. But straight up, I did not have, I was leaving. All right, chat, we need a small table thing to put here. Or we could maybe see how big the table would be. I think a lot of them are going to be too big. Or a decorator. I just want to see if this works. Nope. Nope. Damn it. What is this, Prolos? If you're laughing, I'm scared. This is in Pred's office right now. I said Pred, the chief office. Not bad, but it prevents movement. Unfortunately. I think they're all going to be too big is the issue. There's a lot of trophies. Guys, I got the table we're putting in. Because this is what's going to be needed. Fuck! It doesn't work. There's a table with a bunch of alcohol on top. Yeah, the alcohol one. How many table-related things are there? I'm still scrolling through the list. Surely this one works. I just want to see the sizing of this. We're not... Yeah, see, chat, there's no way... Okay. I don't think there's going to be anything width-wise it's like small enough to work. What is this? Oh my gosh. But it's too tall. I don't think I can. Oh, it won't work anyways. What is this? Wait. Hold on. This might work? I don't. It looks. Never mind. I was going to say it looks. In the picture, it's because of how long it is. It looks much more narrow than it actually is. That could work. Unless we've just like... I don't want it to clip outside, is my concern. Okay, I'm just curious. Yeah, here's the issue. If someone is sitting, you can't really get... I guess you can get on top of it. It does look cluttered. Me chat, sorry. Can't use that. Oh. It's a little too tall. Okay, hold on. Wait, is this the one that Pred has that we moved in his thing? We'll put it against the window, the one that Prolos brought up. Okay, it's more important that it's centered this way. Eh. We could put stuff on top of it. All art. Oh, wait. I can't.
Honey?
Hey. You like what I've done?
Happy Valentine's Day. I got you a new chair
Oh my god.
for the shower.
Wait, what?
Yeah, for the for the shower.
What? Why for the shower?
The other one's getting a bit,
No,
used
no, it's not.
And I got you a present as well.
Oh my gosh.
You can pick it up.
I.
Okay. That's all right, you can pick it up.
No, I will. I wonder what's
I knew you could
inside.
do it.
I wonder what's inside.
Open it.
Oh my god, a bouquet. Some additional flower. A key to my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and fluffy cuffs. And
That one might be secondhand, so we need to
dispose of it.
we need to put it in the dishwasher.
Honey, no, it's being disposed of. Second hand?
But it was a bargain.
Probably for good reason. Wait,
I
from
don't
who?
think
From
it's been
who?
used. Don't worry about it. I got a plug it.
Yeah, honey, I think I found it in the gift box.
Yeah. And it was so good that, no expense spared for my husband on Valentine's Day.
You said it was a bargain.
Yeah, but I didn't say the whole thing was a bargain. Very expensive, that was their gift. We were
Okay.
on the phone to for so long. Also, this is lovely. You do this, sir.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
The only person I was on the phone with was Ruth, and it was regarding McQuillan.
Yeah. It was very sad news to wake up to this morning.
There's better news.
There is.
Yeah. Do you believe that bad things happen in threes?
Yeah.
Well, then
So
there's
what's
been
your step?
three. Bill, I got a
Yeah.
tarot card reading last Friday with Aaron, Avery. Remember how you were told I was in the bathroom or the shower with a bunch of women? I think you were told that. If not, it
Right.
was. So we all got our tarot cards read off duty, and I think the following day the tarot card reader was dead.
What?
And so that would make McQuillan the third.
The person that read your tarot cards died the day after?
Yeah. Something like that. That's what Opal told me.
Oh my god.
Did I ever tell
That's
you
not
my
good,
reading?
No.
Hold on. I got the Three of Cups. When they explained it, they said, and this is for the past. I surround myself with good company that has my back, and has my trust. And it seems like there is some discourse and some truths being revealed. And then for the present, it was the Ace of Swords, which was essentially cutting through the bullshit, being assertive, and having clear communication. And then the future was the Major Card of Justice, which stands for equality and karma, and having to hold people accountable for their actions and doing what needs to be done in a balanced and equal state. Also, Brian informed me 2 days ago that they are not pushing an impeachment.
Right. Okay. That's great. What do you sit down, honey? Listen, I didn't realize until this morning. I heard about Bill, but I didn't know that you were involved with that whole thing.
No, I killed him.
You doing okay?
I mean, honest
What
answer?
did you just do?
Please, sir. Preferable.
Not really. Because the Bill stuff gets far deeper than it seems at just surface level. I don't know if you read the report, but
I read the autopsy. That's what you're on about.
no, the actual report. I
Right.
got a call from Bill, and he sounded. Actually, I was processing Selena from Hydra. I get a call from Pred. I don't pick it up. I immediately get a call back, and I'm like, okay, let me just figure out what's going on because it sounds like an emergency. I'm getting a back-to-back call. I can tell something's off, but not in a my life's in danger kind of way as much as it was I'm scheming / have an idea kind of tone.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I will head over to your house as soon as I am done processing. It shouldn't take long. I'm pretty much walking over to my car and I get a call from Bill. And he sounds like crazed or manic. Doesn't sound like himself at all. He tells me I'm too late. Fred is in a pool of his blood. Obviously, I have a key to the house. I call all the units over to his house. I walk in with a shotgun in hand, and Bill is in the immediate left corner, which is like the little cubby thing. He's got a knife in hand. I didn't realize Pred on the floor behind him, but that's where he was. I'm aiming my shotgun, and I push further into the living room. So when you walk into his house, straight across, there's a window to the yard. My back is sort of against that. Facing towards the front door, but a little to the right. I tell Bill, put the knife down. We can talk about whatever. We need to figure out what's going on. And very shortly after, he lunges at me with the knife, and I shot him. Come to find out, the I guess autopsy revealed that he had CTE. And when I was speaking with Perry, she indicated that would likely explain the erratic behavior, the change in, Bill's behavior in general, the inconsistencies in statements with the Marshall stuff versus Pred. And the thing for me is, like, I don't know. It was obviously the only appropriate call.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously we knew something was up to some degree. But it sucks that said behavior was the result of an injury that caused that otherwise would have likely never happened, and not just someone being a bad person. So it sucks that we have to put ourselves in those positions where we have to do something because the alternative is obviously we get hurt. But again, sort of the whole idea of, I'm not going to say it necessarily wasn't their fault, but like, it wasn't intentional. That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, just a little bit different, but it's the same thing with like mental health. A lot of people do things that are out of their control, and it's very hard for people like us in law enforcement to kind of make those decisions. But this is one of those where CTE, you can't be diagnosed before unless you did.
Yeah. And that's what really sucks. Not just that, but like, I mean, hell, the what you just mentioned regarding mental health, like, even after you're dead, like, it's not like there's just some simple test to run to determine these things. Most times, I don't know. It's kind of given me this, I'm not going to say different perspective, but like, I don't know, every time I say that, it ends up being,
look at people differently, just in case.
Yes and no. Obviously, I have an obligation, right? Like, I'm not going to allow myself to get stabbed in a situation, right? Because it's not going to be me that's going to end up getting injured opposed to them. But like, I don't know, it's just an impossible task, because sometimes you are just dealing with someone who is just not a good person. And then other times you're dealing with people who are kind of just broken. And that line is impossible to navigate. Impossible. Quite literally, especially in the Bill situation. I don't know. And then the McQuillan stuff yesterday, we were all collectively working on. Do you know the situation that occurred yesterday?
I know about the McQuillan situation, but I don't know how they got there.
No. Prior to that, there was 4 groups or 4 teams, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Nikki mentioned something about this.
Yes. Yeah. Group 4, I'm not kidding, was all Shift 3 or people who were originally in Shift 3 people. It was me, Davenport, Jace, Brandy, Matt Martin, Sky Faye. And there were 4 vehicles that were transported. They were supercars. And each group had Air 1 and 3 interceptors. McQuillan was not in our group, even though he was previously Shift 3. He was in a separate group. And everything went like mostly okay. There may have been some hiccups. Some of the vehicles got away. Our group secured not only our vehicle, but also the driver of the vehicle. Everything went good. I unfortunately was not present for the debrief because I was having a conversation with Ruby about some more important things. So I don't really know how that went, but for the most part, it was good. And I was in the chief's office speaking with Ruby when we heard all of the shots happening. It had already been, concluded, but additionally, I didn't have time to sort of see the situation through. So I wasn't responding to a 78's call. I was there for the sole purpose of having this meeting with Ruby. I had no idea until today, where I'm getting a call from Ruth saying, hey, there are sort of inconsistencies or like people not filing weapon registries. So some of these weapons we can't really attribute to anyone specific. And I just... And I'm like, huh? What? And then she mentioned McQuillan, and I don't know. I don't understand. Apparently Future's being charged with the murder. But, like, it doesn't change the fact that McQuillan's gone. And there isn't exactly a consequence sufficient enough for, in my opinion, the murder of someone.
I agree.
This is a hot take. I think if you're responsible for the murder of someone, you should be looking at a death sentence. We can sit here and talk about rehabilitation. We can talk about a variety of different things. But I'm a firm believer in being or getting equal. And there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to bring someone back. And not only that, what are the chances something like this happens again from the same person? Look at Future's record. When is he ever going to change?
Yeah, I agree to some extent. I'm not a believer in the death penalty because I think it reduces us down to a level that I don't really agree with.
What did you just do?
Life in prison is also an option. I don't know. I think Tag was a good one. You know, not as if another cop died, I'd say I don't care because they're a bad one, but like we knew Tag. We worked with him a lot, and I don't know. I think we failed him because realistically, the people at fault here were Alana and that PPO, whoever that was. I didn't even know who they were, but I mean, that's by the looks of it, that's who it was. I don't know. There's a lot going on right now, honey, and I don't blame you if you're not feeling all that great about it. We're billing their Tag. No one's going to knock if you take a break.
I've had more time off duty in the past week and a half than I have in the past year.
Right? I mean, that's a start.
And in that time, Bill is dead. McQuillan's dead. Not that I'm attributing my time off to that, but like, I don't know. I got asked about the chief position. And I think the craziest part is, honestly, at this point, mentally, I'm probably not all that well because I turned to JJ and said, you know what? I don't want to give it up right now. I think things are trending in a good direction. Relations are being mended to some degree. Brian and I have had some very productive conversations. Miller and Brandy are working with the marshals alongside Riker with you know what.
Mm-hmm.
And just yesterday, they were thanking me regarding allowing all that to happen. And I'm gonna be honest, Brandy is way too underrated.
I completely agree with you. There's a lot of people who don't get the light they deserve. Brandy's one of them. Miller too, and I mean, I saw how his case went, and I saw the verdict that was read, and I hope it doesn't knock him down too much.
Yeah, I had a conversation with Angel because I wasn't a big fan of the verdict. Not the ruling, but the writing.
Mm-hmm.
I very much so took issue with the claims of incompetence and all of the other stuff that was written. And the reason is Opal, who has attended multiple search warrant contests, stated that this is the only one that she has been present for that has been structured in that way, where people are called as witnesses and can't just provide a narrative. Additionally, if you bring up the search and seizure legislation, which is being rewritten, from my understanding, there's a part that states, the people contesting the warrant bring up why it should be overturned, and then after that, we would argue why it shouldn't be overturned. So it sounds like people are just providing narrative or just their justification, and instead it was a very formal Miller's called as a witness, and the only person who can ask Miller questions is Maxwell, but Maxwell wasn't expecting it to be formatted this way, and we don't have many people with much court experience, so it ended up being an absolute train wreck. Speaking of which, do you have there's a report. Bookmarks 25460. It's DOJ expectations of court. Because moving forward, this is the document that's going to be utilized for the structure of all different kinds of hearings.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so regardless of how it's written in legislation, this is how all judges are formatting these specific types of hearings in court. So if we had followed this, then we would have known that that's exactly how the search warrant contest was going to be structured, but that's not how it went, and that's why the ruling was the way it was. Circling back to the whole not liking the wording, Angel said that it was pretty much so egregious that the incompetence and all the other things that were stated were factual based on testimony given. But again, because the structure was different, it wasn't like they were prepared to sit there and full on question each other, nor were they allowed the opportunity to get someone like Opal, who's more experienced in court, to be able to ask the questions, or be the one to object to things, which further derailed everything. And my entire argument with Angel there was that I'm trying my best in the PD to dissuade people from relying on prior engagements with the Department of Justice that were not so ideal. I'm trying to get people to give the DOJ an opportunity after they have been burnt by the DOJ in the past. And it's going to be increasingly more difficult to do that if we have rulings against officers that are specifically stating, whatever they mentioned about Miller and Maxwell. And I explained that she very much so could have gotten her point across just by labeling it a failure on the LSPD's end, like straight up, without having to make
Angela.
Exactly, and that was my biggest point of contention. Unfortunately, Angel then sort of read that as, so your issue is I didn't go hard on Angela, and it's like no. What you did with Angela is what you should have just done with everyone. And I actually disagree with the sentiment that factually, Miller's incompetent and all the other things labeled specifically because, again, they couldn't just freely state what they wanted because it was a very formal court procedure, and they didn't have an attorney on the case. It was literally, it was quite.
Why has it been done for a search warrant?
I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know. Apparently, Miller was questioned for an hour and 20 minutes.
What the fuck? I've got one of these tomorrow. I ain't doing that shit.
Well, good luck. Did you expect to just go up there and be able to provide your narrative?
I'm going up there to do nothing. I don't know what I expect, but my warrant has the PC in it, and it was signed by a judge. If they want to make arguments other than that, then they can do it. But what happens if I go up to the court case and they call me as a witness and I refuse to answer any questions? What's going to happen?
Depends. How long ago did this occur?
Nearly a month.
Nearly a month or over a month?
It was on the 17th of January.
I mean, you'd pretty much be forced. You'd be compelled to answer.
Yeah, but why?
Because it is people's right to appeal.
Yeah, but it's not a criminal case yet.
I mean, you're right, but just read the search warrant contest and the expectations of court.
Yeah, I know, but it's stupid and I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't really understand why. Let's see. Used to fight the findings of a search warrant. Wait, hold up. It's used to fight the findings of a search warrant? They want to... Is this the camera case?
Yes, sir.
They want to argue that you cannot legally have a... Like, I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't really know. They said the warrant was based on materially flawed assumptions, executed in bad faith, and resulted in violations of his right to privacy and property.
How? The basis needed for a search warrant contest is one where an argument of something beyond just arguing the probable cause. If the argument that the defendant wants to present is that they do not think there is enough for probable cause, that is typically not something that will be entertained. Wait, then why the fuck was Miller's entertained? I'm so confused.
It seems like they're asking for one thing and then doing another.
They're to be used in situations such as acts of... Oh, that's why. They're to be used in situations such as acts of bad faith, maliciousness, wrongful evidence being used, etc. Once the matter has been put on the docket and scheduled, it'll move into a court hearing.
Okay, but what did Miller do?
Wait, do you have any witnesses listed?
Yeah.
Who?
No, not for the contest, because they haven't given us any direction. I didn't
Well,
know there's witnesses set.
Expectations of court. That's what I'm saying. And a lot of people don't even realize that this document exists. This was made a year ago.
Yeah, this is stupid.
So, who helped you with locating the thing?
It was Anderson. Now, I'm not going there with the expectation that I need witnesses or anything of the sort other than myself, because they have not communicated that this is what's going to happen at all. And if I get fucked for that, then I get fucked for that. That's on them. I don't care.
Yeah, but I'm telling you what the expectations are.
Yeah, but they haven't communicated that. Even Bailey Harvey, a lawyer, asked on the docket. He's asked on the docket what's it going to be like, so he can prepare, but they haven't answered him.
Wait, is Bailey your attorney?
No, he's their attorney.
Get an attorney.
I don't want an attorney.
I'm going to be honest. I don't really... Actually, not having an attorney and only having a single person might be a power play, because then you have no option but to give a narrative. What are you going to do? Ask yourself questions?
I don't like this. I really don't like it because, in my opinion, if I've written a search warrant and I've put probable cause in there, then I shouldn't have to make any more arguments about why my warrant was signed, because I've already given all the arguments. You know what I mean? Like, it feels wrong of me to have to go there and say more, because if there was more to it, I would have put it in there. If I didn't put it in there, then that's wrong of me. So all of my arguments are already in the warrant. I'm gonna say that tomorrow. If it goes that way and they're like, call your witness, I'm just gonna be like, no, I'm not doing nothing, and see what happens. I might walk out with contempt, but I don't really care.
I stand by what I said. I actually think it's a power play for you to not have an attorney, because then I don't think there's anything you can do aside from provide a narrative, like legally. How are you going to ask yourself questions?
You know, yeah, exactly. They haven't even called the judge yet. Like, the judge isn't even listed. The one that signed it, I think, was fair or not. I think. Yeah, it was fair, Connor. They haven't even called him for the docket. He's not listed as anything. Oh, he is. He just says signature authorizing warrant. So me, Crystal, and Murray.
Was Crystal called?
No one's been called there. The only person that's been called technically is me, because I'm listed as a defendant. That's it.
Well,
listen, we got distracted.
Hold on. Hello?
I have a question. I just took a complaint, a civilian, about Kyle Pratt. Is he still hired or not? Because if he is, then I have to
No.
be the senior. But if not, I have to make a normal report. No?
He was not hired.
Oh, okay. I'll just make it into a normal report then.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Donna.
No problem. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
It was Betty asking if Kyle Pred's hired.
What's going on with Pred then?
He was going through all the legal stuff, and he hasn't gotten his record expunged yet, to the best of my knowledge.
Okay. Listen, you need to. I don't know what you need to do, honey. But if you're gonna carry on as chief, which you don't need to do, but you don't need to do that. If you feel like you need to step away from Hackam, then just do it. It's not worth the mental strain on you if you don't want to do it. But if you do want to carry on, then
Next, we were setting up this little corner. We got caught up in conversation here.
Just the right way. There's been a lot of problems lately, across the board. And this stuff with McQuillan, Pop is dead, and LSPD played a part in that.
I have used it nights a lot already.
And because of drop standards and hiring someone like Alona, and because of, again, the drop standards with the cadet that had that MP5, a cop was dead. And I think this is the time, I think, that if you're gonna change things up, if you're gonna start doing things differently,
we have been using it. I'm gonna lose my mind if this phone call is over some dumb shit. I'm actually gonna snap. Hello?
Oh, hey, Chief. How's it going? You busy right now?
Yes. I'm having a terrible day.
Oh, shit. Okay. Just wanted to quickly say sorry about interrupting your phone call with Marshal Ruth, but she did break the law, so I had to cite her.
That's fine.
She was giving me a lot of attitude.
Yeah, she's She's probably a little upset.
Mhm. Well, I mean, she was good speeding 82 in a 55. I can't ignore that, so it'll be like that.
Understandable.
I'm just saying, community representing on the streets right now.
Sounds good. I appreciate you. All right,
Talk to
bye.
you later, Rhodes.
Who's it?
What?
What did he say?
He was apologizing for pulling Ruth over while I was on the phone with her.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to? Do you want to put your phone on mute and then say any calls should go through my secretary, Richard Dock?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
I can do that.
No.
It is Valentine's Day.
No.
You know, it's that thing where it's like hot secretary and CEO, and they write fanfics that you can be my CEO.
No. I'm actually just gonna become so opposed to being like personable that if someone calls me and skips chain of command, I'm just gonna start issuing them daps
Good.
and become universally hated.
No one's gonna hate you.
That's
No
not
one's gonna
true.
hate you. No one's gonna hate you.
It's not true.
Why would they hate you for doing
How
your
would you
job?
feel if you called me and I said, "Did you go to anyone beneath me in rank?" and you said no, and I hung up?
Honestly, I'd be like, damn, that's Giga Chad Rhodes that I know and love, and then realize I fucked up and I got a second chance and I just start doing things properly.
Okay.
I just think from me to you, uh, we need to, the things need to change. I don't know at what level. I just know that things do.
Which things
Right.
specifically? Let me open up my handy dandy notebook.
No,
Where
I'm
I
not
put-
looking. I'm not. This is not.
What
This
things
is
need
not
to
me
change?
to
Tell
you.
me.
Hey guys, is this private before I walk closer?
Oh, come take a seat, Davenport. Come take a seat. I wouldn't be able to yell at you. Go on, honey. Whatever you can say to me can be said in front of Davenport.
Yeah, I know. I just think like hearing about the situation last night with McQuillan, I think is like a it's a bit of like you know those like miniature terrariums where they put like moss and shit in a glass bowl.
Uh-huh. You're talking about the
Maybe
ones that
that
are
was
like
the ones-
self-sustaining thingies? Yep.
It's looking at their situation last night. It's like a little terrarium of the PD at the minute. In that stupid cops making stupid mistakes lead to very bad consequences. And I think that is on the responsibility on both departments for dropping standards.
I agree.
I do agree.
I don't know what Alana did, by the way. So, if Alana did something stupid enough to warrant being fired, she's going to be fired. But I don't have context.
Her
And
statement
also,
reads,
I fear that Alana is going to fall into the category of Bill, and that with no context, people will assume the worst.
She wrote in her statement, honey, she said, I uncuff Future in the shell. He then said, these cuffs aren't loose enough. So I went and loosened them again. And then he grabbed me and took my gun.
Huh? Boost, thank you for the raid. I hope you had a good
actually read
stream.
that myself. Have either of you spoken to Nikki?
No.
I've spoken to Nikki this morning, yeah.
Okay.
What would Nikki say?
I'm not going to say because I only spoke to her briefly, but it would be definitely worth getting in contact with her. I don't want to say something I shouldn't. She told me in confidence, you know, but definitely worth having a chat to her and seeing how she is.
Yeah, I think she wants to talk to you. And she said she's going to be around at some point today because she wants to debrief with Snow.
Okay. All right. Well. Um.
Let's just say she feels very strongly about this.
About the Alana
The
situation.
Yeah. She's
Got it.
like, come up just to see if you can reach out to her or whatever, or if she had reached out to you.
No, not yet. And Richard, she spoke to you?
Yeah, not specifically about that, but we got to that, and yeah, I think she wants to have a chat with you. Yeah, I don't think she. If I'm being, you know, your advisor, your Gandalf the White here. You won't get that reference because you're uncultured, honey. But basically, I don't think Nikki nor myself are going to be the only people that are unhappy about the situation last night. Which is why what I said is like, if there's any time to make changes across the board, now's the time, right?
Yeah.
When someone's dead because of lacking standards, then I think something needs to change. I just hope people come and say that to you, you know? I hope people actually come and say the things that they might be saying to their mates or whatever, because I don't know why, but I just hope people understand that you're a very reasonable person and you will listen to people without judging, you know? So I'm hoping people are coming and speaking to you about this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'll be willing to engage in those conversations with whoever. What I really hate is that, like, why does something bad have to happen before changes are made?
I agree. I completely agree.
Like, why do rules or procedures or whatever it is we do pretty much have to be written in blood? I say that, but like, is it because these things aren't in front of our face when they occur, so we just attribute it to like a non-issue, and then suddenly it is, and like,
because people don't like change. People don't like it. People get comfortable, and I don't like the thought of things changing from when it's easy.
I put my 2 cents in the whole
hit me with
LSPD
it.
as a whole currently. I think what would be great for the department is, I know how much you don't want the chief of police roads, but I think you do an awesome job at it, and I think you're the type of person that needs to steer the LSPD in the direction it needs to be. But in saying that, as much as everyone hates them, I think everyone needs to be stripped of everything and start from the bottom. If people have got problems with it, well, they're probably people that had problems before that, and maybe they should look at maybe, you know, moving to another department or seeking work elsewhere, and then put the correct people in the correct places, switch things up a bit, and have like a fuck around, find out policy going forward from there, because then you don't have any ties that people have that have been, I don't want to say protected, but let's be real, everyone has their own friends and stuff within the department, and they'll go that extra mile to, you know, look after them and whatever if something is not quite right, you know. And I think that would get rid of all that, because then they may not have the shields that they once had, if that makes sense. And that's not calling anyone out in particular. That's just the department as a whole. So I'm talking everyone, like even me. I'd be so down for just going back and being an officer and have everyone. As much as it sounds annoying and it would probably lose a lot of people's morale, but I think it would boost a lot of people's morale in knowing that at least something's being done, you know.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to bandage everything all the time, just start afresh and iron it out too, so that it's, you know, I think command is way too bloated. I think there's way too many people at the top and not enough people at the bottom, and that's where the majority of the problems come from.
it was kind of crazy because I was going to sit there and say, does that stem from just like a lack of experience? But like I skimmed through our roster and we have some very competent people who are just officers as it stands.
Yep. The problem, I think, is complacency. People get comfortable and then, and that leads to things being overlooked slightly, and then everything snowballs after a decent amount of time,
Yeah. I mean, just referencing the Shift 1 LSPD roster, I don't care what anyone says. I want Brandy to be sergeant minimum. I think Brandy is someone who, like, a lot of people, I'm not going to say took as a joke, but, like, she is one of the most level-headed, knows when and when not to, like, fuck around, and, like, when things can be taken in a lighthearted manner, but, like, hyper-focused on whatever her goal is or whatever she's focused on. Also, Viv. I don't know how Viv is just a senior officer right now. I'm gonna be so fucking for real.
Neither do I. I spoke to Denzel a couple of days ago. I had a chat to him at the City Hall. And there's three things that I said to him. I was talking to him about parts and stuff, organising stuff because I wanted to get some more shared CVPIs and stuff sorted out. Because there's generally not enough when people respond to stuff. But that's beside the point. And I said to him, he asked about the LSPD, and I said, you want my honest take on it? I think we need to find a way to talk Rhodes into staying chief of police. And I said, for the assistant chief of police, I think Viv would be the absolute perfect person. And I said, then create a command structure around those two people. I said, and then the LSPD will move forward. Whether it means putting everyone back to being an officer and, putting people where they need to be, even if you have plans of putting people back into the same positions. But it gives hope for people coming through that are really good and that, excel in what they do, but there's just no room for them. And I said it'd be a freshen up for the LSPD to give people a new outlook,
Yeah. Definitely get what you're saying. I'll say this. I had a conversation with JJ a few days ago. And everyone knows my stance. Have never wanted the position. Sort of took it out of necessity. But I don't want to walk away from this and there be more failures in communication with the BCSO and the marshals and the DOJ when I'm trying my best to smooth out all of those relations with quite literally every other department. So I said, while I don't want this to be a long-term thing, I don't want to not have this position. Let me rephrase that. I don't want to lose this position yet. Or step back from it yet. And JJ said, well, Rhodes, if you're thinking about doing it for a month or two or whatever, like just commit to the whole term, like in line with the mayor. And honestly, I'm not opposed to that. I might very much so consider staying at least until the next election.
Yeah, that'll definitely be enough time to iron some kinks out anyway.
And JJ had texted me earlier today, inquiring about a conversation with Denzel after the meeting today. So I think I'm going to officially dedicate to that. And go from there. Because there are names on the roster that are in positions currently that I don't think are necessary. And we need to start moving people around. Actually, not too pressed about Shift 2's roster. Obviously, there's a lot of people there I don't know, but Alan Key is a top tier choice for lieutenant. I take no issue with him in the slightest. And they also have Ruby and Oxby and Crystal on paper is too, but let's be honest, she's Shift 0. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do. I don't know if I want to maintain the commander role.
I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's necessary. That's my opinion. Sorry. I think it's Robert. I think my advice, honey, my genuine advice, is thinking about it on your own and easy. I think you should have a command meeting. Whether that be a high command meeting or a full command meeting, you need to get the department's thoughts as a whole. Because yes, it is up to you at the end of the day, but it's always good to have some data to work off, right?
Yeah. I guess the follow-up question is the three highest ranks that we have, and I'm going to exclude Crystal here, but the three highest ranks we have are going to be Ruby, for Shift 2, Ruby, Oxby, and Key. I look at that and think to myself, like, I don't have issues with Oxby or Ruby, but I would definitely need to have a conversation with everyone collectively to get everyone's sort of feel. Alternatively, I could go down the route. So, in case you guys don't know, I'm going to be putting out an announcement soon, because the mayor's office is putting out pretty much like an anonymous sort of feedback form that is going to address like very specific things. I intend on putting an anonymous feedback form and have for a while. I just unfortunately haven't gotten around to it. To address a lot of things, including, issues of burnout and whatnot. I haven't put it out yet, but I'm curious to know whether or not anyone's sort of like justification or like areas of concern are any specific people in certain positions. Because I imagine that might be the case to some degree.
Probably.
I also want to get Shift 3 an official captain.
That's a good
I
chair.
don't really understand why we don't have one. It's a little silly, if I'm being honest.
I agree, because obviously the opinion's always been like, if you have someone, like if you have you in high command, then why do we need a captain in Shift 3, right? But like you're busy dealing, like even when you were air shift, you were busy dealing with a lot of high command stuff, where the captain's supposed to keep an eye on the shift, right? Like if you have a high command meeting, when you have like normal high command, it's 5 people. You have a chief, ass chief, and then one from each shift. That's easy to schedule. I don't know why, but like it's easy to schedule, and you get views from each shift, right? You get a captain from Shift 3 that knows everything. Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Hey, Davenport, just putting some feelers out there.
Mm-hmm.
What's your stance on being Shift 3 captain?
I'm being honest with you.
Uh-huh.
I would do the job, but think there's greater issues within the police department that needs to be sorted before we have a shift 3 captain. I wouldn't want to take a position like that with the issues that currently are there, if that makes sense. Because I don't think
Fair
it would
enough.
help it. Like in one breath, I say that we need to restructure. It would be stupid for me to be like, hey, yeah, sure, I'll take that position. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I won't do it. I would do it if it's needed. I have no problem doing it. I'd be like, what would you say? I can't think of the word, but I'd be appreciative of the position, and I would do my best to make sure that it's done to the best of my ability. However, as the department as a whole, I think would be better off fixing some problems before that went into place, because then I'd just be hypocritical, you know?
Who would have fucking thought that I, Matt Rhodes, the person who has always bashed his head against the wall during restructures, would even consider a restructure? And the reason I say that is because historically, restructures have been done specifically to address a couple people. And when I say, I mean like quite literally one or two. And for whatever reason, we instead expect the entirety of the PD to just sort of take that as acceptable. And now this just might be a matter of like, quite honestly, just there are some foundation level things that are not so ideal. I'm gonna have to consider this. I definitely want to speak with more people. Listen, I'm not of the mindset that everyone should be moved down to officer, because I think starting without any command is going to be problematic.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's worth dealing with that. But I can definitely see there being a bit of a shakeup potentially in the near future, because I do look at the roster and I do question quite a few things.
I mean, I sort of had thoughts in my head after I'd spoken to Denzel a couple of days ago, and it always kind of blew my mind that it was so heavily focused in shift 1, obviously, with so many captains and so many command or whatever in that particular shift, which I understand it's a busy shift. Shift 2 is busy as well, but it doesn't have the same deal as that.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, what would be the ideal thing? Like if I was to be in, say, your position, what would I think the ideal thing would be? And I think something to start out with would be to have 2 captains in shift 1, 2 captains shift 2, 1 captain shift 3, and then you could have, obviously shift 3 needs a lot less than what everyone else does. So I'll start with shift 3. So you'd have the 1 captain, 1 lieutenant, 3 sergeants, or 2 sergeants, sorry. And then go from there. But they would need to be chosen for those that are actually not necessarily someone that's just going to be around constantly. Obviously, they do need to be around constantly, but for those that would fit the role the best, you know?
Yeah.
And be able to handle whatever gets thrown their way, because at the end of the day, no one should be coming straight to you. And I know I come straight to you a lot of the time, but there's kind of no one in between, and Maple's not around, you know? And then for shift 1 and 2, I think there should be 2 captains each, so that they can cover like the full shift. And then possibly 2 lieutenants underneath it, so that they can cover the whole shift. They can work together. And then you'd need 3 sergeants minimum for shift 1 and shift 2. Maybe even 4, depending, because you do get there's a lot of shit that goes on, and there's, you know.
Yeah.
So you do need quite a heavy command structure in 1 and 2 and go from there. But in saying that, I think if you were to restructure and maybe you picked out the high command that you wanted, put them in place, and then work on the command from there.
Chat, just a reminder, none of these
Whether it be
decisions are up
through-
to you, okay?
Obviously, you know,
Um,
not necessarily interviews, but just meeting with people and just
You-
hearing
you-
what they want. and
you
hearing
can
what
certainly
they,
have your opinion, but
where they actually want to be and what they aspire
don't
to be in the police department. You know, what they see
really
would be the
care.
best thing for the department itself.
you think
Not
something is
necessarily
too
for
much or
themselves,
too
but for the
little.
department themselves, because the department's what matters most, right?
Right.
I do agree that if there is some kind of shake-up, you should definitely have your high command like ready to go from the get-go.
Yeah, 1,000%. I would not consider like anything else. It's just, and honestly, here's what's gonna end up happening. I will, if I were rather to have brought something up to people regarding potential high command command changes, I imagine it starts getting spun as, you know, restructure, and then people who have yet to be contacted but were going to be contacted or told, and then people start fucking dooming. But I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I care if people are going to doom. You know why? The people who care about rank the most are likely the problem.
Exactly. Like, I don't care. I could be captain, I could be an officer. I'm still going to be the same when I get out on the street. So it don't make a difference to me. I've been there,
Same.
done that. I don't give a fuck about rank.
Same. I've somehow declined I've declined positions all the way up to chief of police. And honestly, I think at that point it was kind of just viewed as a fucking meme. Not gonna lie, I have a lot to think about regarding a bunch of the roster stuff. But I'm gonna speak to Nikki. I also might have a bit of a hot take here.
Why?
I
What is
think,
that noise?
again, hot take, just referencing our Shift 3 roster, I think moving, just as a hypothetical, call me crazy if you think I am, I think, just within command, excluding high command, King, Lieutenant, Peach from Lieutenant to Senior, Opal from Sergeant to Lieutenant, Viv, again, if I'm just looking at command, not high command, Viv taking that open command spot, minimum, at minimum. But, like, realistically, I'd probably want her high command. But then I have to consider what I do with Bean and Jeb and Maxwell. There's too much to fucking consider here. Holy fuck.
Yeah, there is way too much.
Guys, I'm
You know
not
what?
going to
The
lie.
biggest
I don't
problem
really...
is that
I don't really
everyone's-
need 2 captains in each shift, if I'm being honest. And maybe I do. I don't know.
I don't think you do. And I think try not to think of, and this goes across the board, not just high command, but don't think, try and think of where a person actually should be versus what they are now and what they're going to. Like, just pick a person out and say, what rank do I think that person should be? And consider putting them there. Don't think, oh, this person's a captain now. If I drop them all the way down to senior, they're going to be upset about it. You can't be thinking like that. You got to think fresh. If this is going to be a thing. And also consider the same thing for a lot of these people were put in by Pred. And the reality is as much as Pred boosted morale, he's also, by the trickle-down effect, part of the problem. And thus, so could the people he put in command to be part of that problem. That's something to think about.
Yeah, I get what you're talking about. Do you want to know the crazy thing? We look at this from the perspective of like, damn, like how would I move people around? And the crazy part is you also have to consider that number one, Carmine is not in his position. Fucking Bobby isn't in his position. Like, that was a high command and a command spot. Just gone. And even then, I look at the current available stuff, and there's definitely a numbers issue, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do, but whoever I look at for Ass Chief long term, I will speak with. And if I'm being honest, it would probably be Viv.
Good chat.
Yeah, I think she's so underrated.
I agree. I've also said this before. I'm a firm belief that Chief of Police and Ass Chief should not be same shift, but should have solid overlap. Richard, I've had this conversation with you. I had the conversation with Libby when she was looking for a person way back when. I had the conversation with countless people. You want to sort of have a good amount of overlap to ensure that you are sort of spread out the best that you can be. And obviously I'd cover late 3 into 1. I guess I need to find out how far into 1 Viv typically is.
He normally starts her shift, like, I could be wrong about this, but I feel like it's sometime around now, maybe a little bit earlier, and then she goes into after the storm. I know because I normally see her for a little bit, and then I don't see her a lot. I'm pretty sure
I'll speak with her. I will speak with her because it is important. I'm not looking at just the right now. I'm looking at the long-term positioning of the LSPD, and I want to solidify a solid structure, a solid skeleton, if you will, of command and high command, and not just the other tricky thing is, let's be honest, some people that I might consider may just be burnt from wanting a position in command or high command. I don't even know if Viv would want it, but truthfully, so there's a lot to consider. I don't expect this to be a very quick thing, but it's definitely something I am considering. So, Davenport, don't be surprised if I ask you to be a captain during whatever this potential shakeup is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if I just want to see the department. I've always been, LSPD through and through. I'm probably one of the most devoted people to the LSPD, to be honest, but I just want to see the department thrive across all shifts, not just shift 3 or whatever. But
yeah. Okay.
I'm willing to do whatever, but at the end of the day, I don't really care where I am, in all honesty.
Guys, what do you think I should put on that table right there?
A plant.
A plant?
A bowl full of jelly beans or something that you can ask how many are in it, and you just come up with a number of how many.
Wait, hold on. Wait, that's a good idea. That's a real good idea.
You could use it for a lot of things. There you go. There's your new captain. You get 3 of them that you want. Any one of them, and you say whoever gets the closest to the number of the jelly beans in that bowl, you got the position.
Stay right there. Chat, I think there's a prop for jelly beans. Did I not bookmark the link? Chat, what was the...
Where'd you go?
Look at what I found.
Oh, a jar of jelly beans.
Well, it's more of a bowl.
A bowl of jelly beans.
Yeah, they were in Turner's office.
How old are they? You know, don't answer that.
They're probably very old.
Give them to call, man.
Some varnish over the top of them so no one can steal them. And they can't say that, you know, well, that's not right. That's not how many's there because I ate 3 of them.
Wait, you're right. Huh.
You know how they
I'll do
put that gel
something.
over the
I'll
top?
do something. I'll what if I put it in like the part next to your leg, Davenport, and I put like a glass panel over it so they can't reach in?
That'd be good.
Oh my god. Okay. You guys have given me a lot to think about today.
Don't put a door on it though, because it'd be like the jewelry store. They'll come in and they'll open the doors up, but they won't break the glass.
I hate people. I don't know if I've ever told you guys that, but I hate people. Is that
Not everybody though, right?
correct?
Right. Wait.
A lot of them, but not all of them.
That's good.
Also, I just realized what day it was today, and I have something to do in not too long from now. So it looks like my entire shift will have been done at Mission Road today.
Wow. Wait,
Isn't that-
Valentine's Day?
Yes, of course, honey, and I will.
I'm gonna go wait for my present.
Perfect. You're gonna be waiting for a while. It's still gotta be delivered.
I don't mind.
All right.
I appreciate you,
All right,
Davenport.
No worries, thank you. I appreciate you as well. Yeah, I just want to let you know whether Nikki had spoken to you or not, because I think she.
Yeah,
I
I'll
think a talk
speak with
would be
her.
Really good.
Yeah, 100%. Hopefully,
All right.
she's not like expressing interest in like leaving, right?
No.
Okay,
no,
good.
no.
As long as it's ensuring that whatever the points of contention are improve and get better, that's all I care about.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say too much because obviously
That's for her, yeah.
I only heard a little bit of it because I was processing at the time and I had to go, but it's serious enough that I think it warrants, you know.
Yeah, 1000%.
Yeah.
I will
All right,
deal
I
with
think
it.
This is 78s. Alrighty.
Oh, good luck. Chat, I've got like 10 minutes. I need props to put on the table. Teapot. Not a bad shout. What is this? There's actually a bunch of like little trophy things. You know what? Tea. It's not loading. If it's small enough? A bench piano? Oh, there's no way. I refuse to believe that would be small. Wait! Well... It would be, but like, I'd rather it just be open at this point. If I had found this earlier, I probably would... Oh, it is too far to the right. That doesn't matter who's going to notice. Okay, chat, do we go with... infinite supplies of hot tea? Or... do we go with... Wait, there's a different one. Okay, found it. So we can either do... this one, or... this one. First one. This one. Oh, the actual teapot thingy. We've been trying to find a plant to like put up there. I don't have much time, chat. Gotta had something to do today. We need to move those. Sorry, chat. That was me. That was not your thing. I need to disable that sound. I'm sorry. There's a prop for a cocktail shaker, except it's just titled Cock Shaker. It was just so out of fucking left field. Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. So we do this. Well, okay, I'm just gonna put things down for now. What does this look like? Coffee pot. Nah, looks awkward. Then we need tea. Coffee. Oh gosh. I can't. I can't get those right next to each other. Guess what do I do? Just spread them out like this? I have no other choice, really. And then sugar. This is a temporary thing. Hello.
Hey, you busy?
Yes, I'm leaving.
You what? Sorry, you're leaving.
I'm leaving.
Okay, but real quick, Ruth kind of like made an announcement for McQuillan passing, and it's just like one sentence. I'm quite disturbed by this. I'm very sorry. I
Okay.
I did you see it?
I did.
Okay.
I share the same
Yeah.
sentiment, yeah. It's definitely odd.
It's fucking dry.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm just-
but Dupont, what do you want me to do about it? Do you just
I
want me to
don't
confirm
know.
that I feel the same way and that it's awkward?
No, I'm wondering if you can talk to her. Like, what the hell? Can she not? Like, does she not have fucking emotion? She was working with that guy. I'm sorry, bro.
No, there's no need to apologize, Dupont.
Okay,
But
I'll let you go.
listen, I'll text her. I'll text her so when she's around she can see because she's not on duty right now.
Is she not?
No, I'll give her a call. If she doesn't pick up, I'll text her and let her know.
Okay, I'm gonna call
Okay.
Vale and give shit to them. No, not
Oh.
Vale, but you know what I'm gonna do.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Um. I can't word it as it's giving cold or lacking emotion. There. Okay. We go with this. I can put these closer. That's fine. I can't put them in there. Hold on. Let me... And so, yeah, chat, I can't move them. Wait, there's mugs? Where the fuck do I put them? I can't move them once placed. A windowsill? Can't. Oh. Growth.
How you doing, Rhodes?
I'm good. Did you get my text?
I just saw that.
I was... okay. I kind of... when I saw it when I was on the phone with you, I knew it was short, but I just got a call and I was told that it's lacking emotion and that it's dry, and it is kind of just a now don't give me the same shit that Angel gave me with her ruling, okay? I understand it's just facts, but like it's lacking emotion, Ruth.
What's emotional about it?
Ruth,
why
what could...
should it
No,
have
that was a
emotion?
dumb question and you know it.
Why does it need
Cozy.
emotion? I mean, it's
Ruth!
part of the job.
Yes, it's part of the job, but like, even though
should
we
call
work
them out.
alongside together, we're more like more of a family. So when there's
I
a
don't have
when there's a
family.
pet, and Ruth, maybe you shouldn't be the one putting the announcement out. I think someone who's... I'm not saying you're emotionally not stable, but I think someone who has emotion and is emotionally stable should be the one.
If they're too emotional, they can't do the job right.
Ruth, there's a time and place, you know? There's a time and place, and I'm just letting you know how it's being perceived by others, okay? And I know that's likely going to be a shared sentiment amongst a bunch of people. If you don't care,
Do they
that's
want
fine.
me
That's fine.
to fake cry? Say,
No!
wah, huh.
No,
Is that how you
Ruth!
cry?
Ruth, no! That's not what I'm saying! Listen, Ruth, you know me, okay? When people get low, I can get lower. When anyone does anything, I can do worse. I can look at the...
You can out-petty anyone.
Ruth, it took every fiber of my being not to text you something like, it's giving cold. But I didn't want that to be perceived
Are you saying
as
I'm
like...
cold? I think I'm pretty warm. I'm
no,
98.
no, but I didn't want the implication to be like it as a joke to McQuillan because he's dead and his body's cold. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't even get that joke.
well,
Went over my head.
an emotionally stable person would.
Huh. All right, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna take this feedback and I'm gonna try better. All right.
Ruth, I'm gonna say this as as blunt as I possibly can. I think AI would be able to generate a more emotionally sound announcement.
Hold on, I have a really
Do
good
not use AI, Ruth. It will be so fucking noticeable. Please, that would actually be worse. Don't do it. Don't do
All
it,
right,
Ruth.
I fixed it.
I'm scared. You can't just put emojis, Ruth! That's not fixed!
It's emotion. There's emotion. It's a face crying.
Oh my god, Ruth. Ruth, you should not be tasked with like PR or you know what? Ruth, this is not a dig towards you, okay? But and listen, I have a few officers that can do this too, and maybe we should get a group session of like sensitivity training.
I've been told I'm a bit blunt.
Well, no, you're Ruth. Blunt would probably also need sensitivity training, if I'm being honest.
You're not wrong.
Oh, you can see it in him, but not you, Ruth?
I mean, does being sensitive matter?
Yes, it does. Public perception matters, Ruth.
I guess, that was always one of my biggest downfalls.
You almost got the big T.
I didn't tend to emotions. I did.
Okay, but you can't say it like that, Ruth. It might be a badge of honor, okay? And trust me, after the conversation we had, we were kind of in a similar boat. But sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. But in this case, Ruth, it was what you said and how you said it.
It was both?
Yes, it was both.
Okay.
Can I recommend reaching out to my husband, Richard, who knows...
The man who we found a severed head fall out of his trunk?
Honey, when did a severed head fall out of your trunk?
Is that Ruth?
How do you know it's Ruth?
This is slanderous. She needs to stop stirring the pot there.
Ruth, he's saying you're stirring the pot. Richard, can you reach out to Ruth and provide her some sensitivity training, as in, like, read the announcement about McQuillan and let Ruth know how she can make it better?
I think it's perfect.
You think it's...
See? He agrees with me.
Yeah, I think it's just...
McQuillan was shot in crossfire in a situation in the MRPD cells. He did not survive.
That's all facts. That's exactly what an announcement...
Guys, I'm tired of being told it's all factual. I got the same shit from Angel, but the problem is it's... Ugh! Oh my god, I'm done. I'm done, okay? I have to go.
Just don't be done like McQuillan.
I'm not gonna be done like Oh my god! I thought me joking about stuff was bad! Honey, by the way, I'm Bill's only emergency contact. I get to determine where his body goes. And Pred said he wants it in his yard.
I mean, you could put it up like a scarecrow and scare off the criminals. So.
No. Buried. But he does need to get like need to ensure that you can at least dig 6 feet. Because you only put him 2 feet under and then it rained and suddenly Bill's poking through again saying hello.
Any of his organs good? Was he a donor?
I don't know.
I mean, we could put his bones in the walls so that, like, in 200 years when they find this building deep underground...
No one is taking me seriously. No one is taking me seriously. I'm going to snap. I'm going to snap.
Well, where's... Oh, no, okay, I apologize. I was thinking like Pred for a minute. Where's something where Bill liked a lot? You know? Where did he go?
I don't know.
Like, maybe, did he... At the courthouse? Maybe? He was there begging for a job a lot, right?
Sure.
Do you think the state would let us bury him on the courthouse?
Angel wouldn't allow it.
No, okay. Next idea. Anyway, I kind of tell you about something else. Just I figured you should know before you kind of find out too late into your spiral. But Alona, her weapon wasn't registered during the shootout last night. Where Tyke died, and by the looks of it, she started editing her weapon registry after the incident. Like right after. I don't know whether it was right after, but it was definitely after. Was just I'm just letting you know this. Those are the facts. Sorry. Those are the truths. Those are the truths.
Okay.
Just that's it. That's what I came to tell you before you found out from someone else or some other way. You know, I figured you should know.
I appreciate that. I think.
Just what you got proper kettle? Where you heating that up, honey? That's not an electric kettle. That's what.
Oh no! It is an electric one. It's got a little plug. It's just not plugged in yet. Yeah,
wow, that's
it's
nice.
it's meant to look like the.
You got me tea up here. Why are you not in your office? Why are you up in the corridor?
Because I don't know if you noticed how much better that conversation was with Davenport being able to sit across. I wanted to do something at Mission Row.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go 42. Please take care of yourself. Have you got anything to eat or drink?
I'm also going 42.
Okay. Oh, okay. See you home.
Chat, I need you guys to find funny props. But I do have to get going. So fuck. I can't put stuff on the bottom shelves. Or at least I don't know how to. Spoon? Oh my gosh. Not only did I find a spoon, it's a Coke spoon, but we'll pretend it's from the sugar. Fuck. Doesn't work. Maybe this one does? Oh. What about this not Coke spoon? Nope. One last thing. Never mind. That's not going to be fitting. Someone just scream? Okay, I'm gonna have to. I'll have to look more into this later. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's from the gift thing. Not gonna lie, it's like halfway decent. You know what's wild? There's no door here. Think of how big this part would have been if it was structured the other way. Okay, I'm dipping. I will have to send you off to someone. This was not intended to be a short stream. Kind of upset that it is, to be honest. Who do I send you to? I'll send you off to Kina. Raid, Kina. Chat, thank y'all so much for all love support. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for the follows, hosts, raids, bits, centers, subs, get subs, resubs. I say this each and every time. I genuinely could not have asked for a community to be built around channels. Thank you for being absolutely amazing. It's a Sunday tomorrow, so like realistically, it's gonna be relatively dead, which means we could do more stuff. So